It's 11 questions on What's the Theme, where I ask you 10 questions and all the answers have something in common for your bonus question of what do these things have in common. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show. If you like trivia, you are in the right region of the podcast world because this show comes out every single day, sometimes twice a day when I accidentally post 2 episodes on the same day, which was yesterday. I think we had an episode about Toy Story and hockey or Mortal Kombat or something like that. It was Toy Story and something else. So you had 2 episodes yesterday, 2 little bite-sized episodes to play along with, and we're back today with 10 totally random questions and something that they all have in common for your bonus question. This is one of my favorite rounds to host because I love when people figure it out because sometimes it's really hard. I'll give you a hint. Today's is not super hard. So if you've played this kind of episode before and you liked it, I think you'll do well on today's episode. I've been having a fun week, guys. I have been getting a lot done and doing a lot of parties. Did a big party at a hospital yesterday that might lead to some more hospital corporate parties for me, which was cool. It was actually the family of hospitals that my daughter Annabelle was born at, Providence hospitals out in Southern California. So looking forward to some more great gigs with my friends over at Providence and also doing some fun stuff. I'm doing Niagara Bottling Company later today in the afternoon over at King's Brewing Company in Rancho Cucamonga, California. And Niagara Bottling Company requested a round on The Office. So I already know that that's going to be a fun party. I got that this afternoon. And then tomorrow afternoon doing a wedding shower, which should be a ton of fun. My friend Amanda is getting married, and she's got 110 ladies at this wedding shower. That's a huge wedding shower, isn't it? Even I know that that's a lot of ladies to have at a wedding shower. So this wedding is probably going to be huge. But it should be a good time because all the tables are named after her favorite romantic comedies. So it's like a rom-com theme, and she wants all rom-com trivia. So I think that'll be fun to write and prepare for that party. So if you have anything coming up you could use a trivia host for, go to my website, triviawithbuds.com, click on contact, and let me know what you got, and I will come host it for you near or far. Maybe you live in Australia, and you're like, hey, will Buds come here to the great land of the Sydney Opera House and host some trivia for my bash? Yes, I will. I'll find a way to get there, and it'll be great. So yeah, go to the website, check it out, see what's going on. I've been watching some stuff lately, making an effort to actually watch more TV right before I go to bed instead of just messing around on my phone, which sometimes I do both, but come on, we're all human. And this last week I watched, I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast earlier this week, but I watched Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. Fantastic show. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. 6 episodes right in a row. Watched them all last Saturday night, I think it was. So if you haven't seen Afterlife, I still think that's great. I keep thinking about certain scenes of it. And my brother Scott, who doesn't usually like certain types of things, especially like a Ricky Gervais show, I feel he'd be like, nah, I'm not watching that. But I told him to watch it, and he loved it. And he's been quoting it and texting it to me and stuff. So check that show out, Afterlife. It's great. And what else did I watch? Oh, I watched What We Do in the Shadows, the FX series, which is based on the great mockumentary, What We Do in the Shadows, about living with vampires. So check that out. If you like that original movie, they have a new series that's very similar to the movie, at least the pilot is. But I'm excited to see where they go in future episodes and things like that. So check that out. That was very, very good. And I think that's about it. My wife's watching Wentworth and just finished the newest season of that's on Netflix. If you watch Wentworth, it's like Orange is the New Black, but like way darker. And I don't watch it, but every time I walk in the room, I'm like, this seems like a brutal show. They're always killing somebody or beating somebody with like a wrench in this prison. So Wentworth, if you're on that, maybe you're finishing that up like my wife Ashley. Speaking of Ashley, she's going to be running the show very soon. We're doing a special episode coming up in a few days where she is going to host the whole thing. So be ready for that. That should be tons of fun. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this episode. Today it is all about what's the theme. Again, 10 totally random questions. You get to figure out what they all have in common for the bonus question at the end. This was recorded at Lordsburg Taphouse in Laverne, California, one of my newest Tuesday night locations from 8 to 10 p.m. If you live anywhere near Laverne, California, or go to the University of Laverne, I'd love for you to come out and play some trivia right down the street from your campus. All right, here we go. We're going to jump into these 11 questions right now. Here we go.
All right, this is round number 3. What's the theme again? 10 totally random questions, and then the bonus question will be, what did all your answers have in common? Here's number 1. What word is defined by a thick, malleable mixture of flour and liquid used for baking into bread or pastry? Number 1, what word is defined by a thick, malleable mixture of flour and liquid used for baking into bread or pastry? Number 1, write it down, number 1. Number 2, what kind of bid is the initial step in arranging a professional boxing match involving the fights cards promoter? Number 2, what kind of bid is the initial step in arranging a professional boxing match involving the fights or cards promoter? Number 2 on your list, number 2. Number 3, what's the word for a human habitat referring to a cluster of buildings in an enclosure having a shared or associated purpose, such as the houses of extended family? Number 3, what's the word for a human habitat referring to a cluster of buildings in an enclosure having a shared or associated purpose, such as the houses of an extended family? Number 3. Number 4, Blank 41 was a band that had the songs War, Still Waiting, and In Too Deep. Number 4, Blank 41 was a band that had the songs War, Still Waiting, and In Too Deep. Fill in that blank. Blank 41, number 4. Number 5, Cu is the symbol for what periodic table element? Cu is the symbol for what periodic table element? Number 5. Number 5. Number 6, The Blank Brothers is an HGTV show that started in 2011. If you need help with this one, you can text my mom. Number 6. The Blank Brothers is an HGTV show that started in 2011. You can text my mom about anything on HGTV or the show Castle, and she'll respond pretty quick. Number 6. Number 6. Number 7, Doctor Who's David Tennant does the modern voice of what DuckTales character? Number 7, they brought DuckTales back a year or 2 ago. Doctor Who's David Tennant does the modern voice of what DuckTales character? Number 7, this was the freebie question on my website this week. You could have looked this one up on triviawithbuds.com. Feel free to go there every week, starting on usually Monday mornings. You can RSVP to any live event, get a bonus point. You can see all the rounds and a sample question for the week. Number 7. Number 8, Valerie June Carter eventually had what more famous last name? Number 8, Valerie June Carter eventually had what more famous last name? Number 8, Valerie June Carter eventually had what more famous last name? Number 8. Number 8. Number 9, bolsillos is a Spanish word that means what in English? Number 9, bolsillos is a Spanish word that means what in English? Number 9. And number 10, what color is Shaggy's shirt on Scooby-Doo? What color is Shaggy's shirt on Scooby-Doo? Number 10. Number 10. What color is Shaggy's shirt on Scooby-Doo? And the bonus question, what was the theme of all your answers to this round? If you got all the questions correct, you'll figure out some common theme, and that'll be your 2-point bonus question. That's the end of round number 3. What's the theme? Try and figure that out. We'll be right back with the answers to round 3 in just a second. All right, my buddies, here we go. Got the answers to round number 3. What's the theme? Let's see how many of these you got right and how many you got the theme correct. After this, we'll do some Kahoot smartphone buzz in action. What's the theme? Number 1, what word is defined by a thick, malleable mixture of flour and liquid used for baking into bread or pastry? That was, of course, dough. Number 1, dough. Something Homer Simpson might yell. Number 2, what kind of bid is the initial step in arranging a professional boxing match involving the fight card's promoter? I was looking for a purse bid. And number 2, purse. Number 2. Number 3, what's the word for a human habitat referring to a cluster of buildings in an enclosure? Compound. Number 3, compound. Number 3. Number 4, Sum 41 was a band that had the songs War, Still Waiting, and In Too Deep. Number 4. Number 5, Cu is the symbol on the periodic table for copper. Number 5. Number 6, The Property Brothers is an HGTV show that started in 2011. Property Brothers. Number 7, Doctor Who's David Tennant does the modern voice of what DuckTales character? Uncle Scrooge. Number 7, Uncle Scrooge. Number 8, Valerie June Carter eventually had what more famous last name? Cash, Johnny Cash's wife. Number 8. Number 9, bolsillos is a Spanish word that means pockets in English. Number 10, what color is Shaggy's shirt in Scooby-Doo? Green. And that was your final clue in all things related to money. Money was the common thread. Great job, everybody. Everybody got the theme. Nice job. Nice job.
There it was. What's the theme? Money. Did you figure that out? I think it was kind of obvious after you've written dough and purse and copper and property. You're like, that's probably something to do with money, right? Some people did not guess money. I think somebody guessed they're all words, which is never the theme. Sometimes people say like they're all words or they're all nouns. I'm like, yeah, that's a little too broad. It's got to be a little more specific than that, right? But that was a fun episode. If you ask me, I would have liked to play along with that one because I think I could have figured it out and I would have felt great about myself and great about the day. Hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully you got a great weekend lined up here. I'll be bebopping and scotting all over the place, doing a bunch of parties and hanging out and hosting bingo. And you can come play bingo with me at First Class Pizza on Saturday night from 7 to 9 p.m. in Riverside, California. You can also play bingo with me at High Point Brewing from 4 to 6 p.m. in San Dimas, California. So that's coming up on Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, double bingo days from here on out until the near future. So come check those out. You can see all my locations, triviawithbuds.com. Click locations, and you can always see all the fun action going on over there if you play the live trivia nights in terms of RSVPing to any event for a bonus point, checking out all the rounds for the week in categories, and seeing a sample question. That'll give you a bonus point as well. So lots of great ways to get bonus points on the website if you play with me live. If there's a topic you want to hear me do on this show, go to patreon.com/triviawithbuds and donate $5 or more. Join our army of trivia lovers who like this show, and just throw a few bucks and I'll make sure that you get on our Google spreadsheet with your topics for the next 3 months or so. Got some great ones coming right around the corner. All right, we're going to close this episode up right now. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about the show, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.